Welcome to Gender Talk 211. My name is Eva Lopa, and I am your host. Joining us today is a remarkable leader whose journey reflects a deep commitment to public service, from state-level leadership to the national stage. Please help me welcome the Honorable Atong Kuol Manyang, Minister of Trade and Industry. You are most welcome, Honorable Minister. I'm really happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
How have you been? Let's start there.
I've been all right. I've been doing well.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So I really want to go all the way back with you. I know right now you're at a national level of leadership, but it didn't start there. It was a process. It was a step-by-step process. So why not take me all the way back to how it all started?
Yes, it has been a long journey. Getting into politics started at the state level.
Yes.
When I was Minister of Information and Communication during the defunct state. I became Minister of Health, Minister of Animal Resources, Fisheries and Tourism, and thereafter the Deputy Governor of Jonglei State.
Yes.
So that is where my political career started. And of course, before that, I was doing other things, but I would say that my political career started at the grassroots level.
Yes.
And I'm very glad that it started there before I came to the national, because I learned a lot there.
Did you always know that politics would be the career path for you?
No, it wasn't like that. Because initially, my bachelor degree, for example, is in business. And when our late Dr. John Garang fell in 2005, we were the first team that was in South Africa doing the diplomacy training and international relations. So I thought at some point I will be in the foreign service. And we were the first people who were in Khartoum during the time of Dr. Lamakol.
Yes.
So I decided to go back and I did my master's in international relations. So from there, of course, I started liking foreign affairs, but I did not know I would be in politics. So my coming to politics was while I was in Kenya. This is when now in Jonglei State, the women, they sat and there was nomination because the governor at the time, Honorable Philip Aguirre, wanted some women in his cabinet. He had about seven male, and he wanted 2 women.
Yes.
So my name was among the 6 nominated. And 2 of us, myself and Honorable Rachel Moore, that's how we came in. And when the next governor, Honorable Makir Thiong Mal, came, he reappointed me again in his cabinet. And with the formation of this revitalized transitional government of national unity, that's when I became Health, Animal Resources, and Deputy Governor. So that is how it came. So it was not because of my interest. And even when I came, I thought I would just come because I was honored.
Yes.
To come and serve maybe for a few months and excuse myself.
Yes.
But since I got in, I've never been out in a way that I started liking my work. And that's how now I ended up in politics. So it was not something I had planned or had wanted or had even thought about it. I was far from politics. But I'm glad that those women probably saw something in me and they gave me the opportunity to come and join them.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
It is a mix of both. You can say that on the negative side, people, especially you could see on the social media, those even who are at the state level, people, before they knew me, they used to say that I was there because of my dad, because my dad is well known in the government and even during the liberation struggle. So many people will always say that I came because of my dad. And in real sense, he didn't even know how I came, because himself, he was not supporting me to join politics. He wanted me to establish myself first, business-wise, and be stable, and then later on, if I won, join politics.
Yes.
So people were branding me as such. Also, it was difficult because sometimes people will want me to be like him. His shoes are too big for me. And I always thought that if I at least feel even a quarter of that was enough for me. But people will always think that I had to be like him. So that is a big challenge. Also, being a woman, for some people, they say she's just a woman. Even some people were vocal about it. And of high level people, somebody just say the woman instead of the minister. And I remember even some minister at some point was saying to some people, you're a woman. So those things are there. But what surprised me the most was that I would think that people from the rural areas of the village are the ones who will look at a woman differently and look at men differently because they are not exposed.
Right.
And those in the city or who are in the government positions will do the opposite. But while I was there, I could even see those in the village. Most of them actually recognize women.
Yes.
And some even within the system are the ones who see women differently.
So you think the community accepted you
they did.
first?
They did.
Before the office or the system
They did.
actually did?
They did because when I started working, those things that people were thinking about me started to change. Their thinking also was influenced by my hard work. I'm not praising myself, but I believe that I put extra work just to prove myself. So it was hard. So I had to work extra hard to be visible as a woman, to have my own identity as well.
Yes.
So having done that, of course, they will start respecting, because if you go, for example, to those areas to deliver services, for example, there are hospitals there which are not enough, and services are delivered, then they will look at you differently. Anything you do that changes their lives and they see was not done and you've done it, that is when people start believing in your ability.
Yes.
And they don't just see you as a woman, but they see you as their leader. And that's what I can say.
No, that is amazing. Yeah. And we know that you have done quite a bit of work.
Right.
Yes, within the state. No, you have.
Yeah, thank you.
And you've proven yourself so much. And just back to what you said in the beginning, that people would say, oh, she got to this position because of her father. I actually think that it's a plus that your father is who he is, because he's a notable politician. And I would think that a lot of his values and ethics are instilled in you.
Okay.
And growing up in that environment, where are we supposed to go? We become who our parents are in a way. So it's a plus.
Yeah, you are right. In that sense, it helped me even work harder.
Yes.
And as much as probably one will look at it at the other side, this other side also is good, because, like I said, it gave me more motivation to even work harder. And what I used to tell people is that, yes, I happen to be born there, but as a South Sudanese, I should be given an opportunity like anybody else.
Yes.
Because I'm educated, if it is education that they need. If it is experience, I've also worked and I'm delivering. So where will these children of veterans or people who are in government, who are ahead of us,
correct,
what can be done with them?
Exactly.
They don't have to be given opportunities because of the privileges. But if they are qualified, why not? So this is a positive side that you just talked about.
Before I actually go into trade and industry, I just want to know, what was that call to service like when you found out I've been appointed the Minister of Trade and Industry? Paint for me a picture. What was that call like, and what were your emotions in that moment?
For me, I was not expecting it. Simply because I had become very comfortable at the state level. I'd been there for a very long time, holding different ministerial levels up to the level of deputy governor. So what many people at that level where I was expecting was that I will become a governor, if not the deputy. So I was there as a deputy, and I was comfortable being a deputy governor. And if any change was to come, maybe a governor.
Yes.
But of course, His Excellency the President, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, had his own plans. So when I was relieved, I thought, okay, and then now appointed at the national level, I will say that it was a surprise for me because I had not lobbied for it. I had not heard even people talking about me coming to this ministry, because there are times where you hear people saying so and so will fit here, at least even if it's not you saying it.
Yes.
But it was not in my, my thinking.
Yes.
So it just happened. I was announced. Of course, I was grateful. And it was a promotion from where I was to another level. So I took it positively, because when you join politics, you can be called anywhere. You
Yes.
come here, you can be taken back, you can be taken there. And if your aim is to work, is to serve, I think you can serve in any position.
You will adjust to anything.
Yeah, so it is a move from where I was used to another level. New environment, new position.
Yes.
So yes, it is different.
But it kind of brought you back to your roots as well, because you said you studied business.
Yes.
So trade and industry, I would imagine that's exactly your field and what you know.
That's right.
Did it feel like something familiar?
Yes, it does. Of course, when you listen to the people, and it takes you back, because when you are in uni, you learn, most of what you learn is theory. And a bit of practical part we did during doing businesses. But when you come now to the level of the ministry, that's when now you start applying. That's when I started familiarizing myself with the environment, and then also what I knew about business. But in reality, of course, it is different.
Yes.
In a sense that things change and situations can be handled differently, as much as it helps you. Of course, if I came from a different background, it will make a difference. But coming from business itself, when people are talking, you kind of understand faster than,
yes.
It's like going to health, for example.
Yes.
There are terminologies they use there. So when you are not familiar, you may go to dictionary a lot or Google a lot, but
you need more knowledge.
You studied, you have an idea of what you need to do. So yes, so I think it made a difference. That was my field of studies.
Yes.
And yeah.
Okay. Before we go deeper into trade and industry now, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
In South Sudan, beads carry stories. Stories of beauty, pride, and identity. From weddings to celebrations, beads have always spoken our language of culture. At Suksukna, meaning our beads, women and girls are bringing this tradition to life again, handcrafting unique designs inspired by South Sudanese and Pan-African cultures. Each bead is more than decoration, it's empowerment. Every purchase supports a woman earning an income, a girl learning a skill, and a family building a future. Whether you want beads for sale, hire, or a custom design, Suksukna offers elegance rooted in tradition. Visit Mamarasakit Village today or contact us on 0921 792 495 or email mamarasakit@gmail.com. Let's wear our culture with pride.
Welcome back to the show. With me is Honorable Atong Kuol Manyang, Minister of Trade and Industry. Welcome back to the show, Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
So before the break, we got to know you a little bit more, the steps you've taken to get to the position that you're in right now. Now I want to go deeper into being the Minister of Trade and Industry. First, what is the status of the industry at this moment?
What I would say, starting with my appointment, of course, this is the first time that a woman is given an opportunity to head that trade.
Correct.
So the expectations are mixed. People want to see how she does because of the expectations. People think certain ministries have to be handled by men. But of course, it is changing in South Sudan. We know different ministries that have been given to women.
Correct.
We appreciate our government. Now, the ministry, when I came, and of course I toured the whole ministry, the directorate, and the South Sudan National Bureau of Standards to see how the ministry was. But of course, before you come there, if you look, you have to look first at our economy itself. How is it? And you find that there are a lot of challenges as a country coming out of course from conflicts that we've had for many, many years to where we are now. And then again, 2013, 2 years after our independence, up to now, that gap, of course, a lot will have been done.
Correct.
So if you look at the ministry, we did a lot already since my coming. The first thing that I did with my team was to call for national first trade forum, first of its kind. This was to bring the business communities, that is public service in general, and I mean private sector, and the public, that is the government institutions.
Correct.
We sat together, we listened to their challenges, what they want us to do as a government, and how we can move forward to at least improve our economy. And from that meeting, there were a lot of challenges, about 10 main issues, including heavy taxation, the roadblocks, among others. And we came out with about 17 resolutions. Those resolutions are waiting to be taken to the economic cluster and to the cabinet itself. So if they reach to that level, they will change a lot. So it is already an achievement for us because this is the first of its kind. It had never been done. So we did it as a ministry. We funded it and we organized it. So that is one area. When I came also, there is a challenge of workforce.
Yes.
You find that our ministry has about 560 something, and about 150 on provisional appointment. And normally, when you appoint people on provision, it means that these are people who are waiting and there are vacant positions.
Correct.
Where you will put them.
Correct.
But in our case, the ministry is full, like the nominal role. And these are 150. They will need to be paid.
Yes.
Where are the resources from? It's from the ministry. Because their money doesn't come from finance. These are people we appointed without positions. So this is our challenge. People are coming, they want to be employed. Where do I put that?
There isn't any space.
There is no space. The office is not big enough. So that is one of the things that we found. And when I came, of course, mentioning this, it is a challenge, but at the same time, that committee has screened all of this because we want the ministry to have only qualified people, whether it is experience, whether it is educational. These are the experiences we need for our work to be effective and efficient. So we want to focus on that. It is better to be few and do the work instead of being many and just occupy the space. So that is one thing we have already done as a ministry. We also found that there was where business people, those especially importing the fuel, the petrol, Jet A1 and lubricant, most people were trying to dodge the system. When they reach the border, they try to smuggle in their things because they felt that the price of fuel per liter was expensive.
Too high.
Yes, they said it was expensive. So we had to reduce it from $0.5 to 0.2. And the reason we did that was so that those people who bring these items are able to, at least when they go and sell, they get a profit and it will not harm our citizens. But if it is too high, it's either they bring them illegally or they will go and add that on top of the price.
Yes.
And when they add that, it affects the people. Something as small as fuel may seem small, but without fuel, even you will not be here.
Correct.
And even myself, because of lack of mobility. If it is becoming too expensive, even the matatus, people will not use them, only those with money.
Yes.
And you see how big Juba is, coming from probably across the river, walking here. It is inconveniencing, and it can cause issues also. So we did that. So we can reduce it. I reduced it using the ministerial order after consulting with, of course, the whole ministry.
Yes.
So that is one thing that we did. We also recalled the licenses, because previously the licenses that were out needed to be modified. And it had come to a point that when people go out, they are people also who are selling those, the import license or certificates, doing that. So we had to recall them and modify those certificates. And the things that we achieved. We have also achieved through going to other countries, regionally and internationally. I have gone to different countries, and also the staff of the ministry. And it's not just about going. It is about going there and coming back with something that benefits the country. So when we go there, we are very visible as South Sudan, because my going there and the going of those from the ministry is to sell South Sudan to those people. Tell them how beautiful our country is, what we have here, and that we need them to come here to invest. We want them to come to South Sudan and do their businesses. We also want them to know more about South Sudan rather than what they hear from the media. So when you do that from the investment point of view, of course, many people get interested. And for example, some of those trips I've gone to, one of them, I went to the most recent one. I went to Turkey. And when I was there, I was able to meet my counterpart. And from there, they told us that they're interested to come and open a bank here, a commercial bank. And that is very good for our country. They also say they will send a team of business community, exporters and industrialists, and all of those
To come and assist.
come to South Sudan. Going to Geneva also, we are forming a national technical and facilitation committee that will be advising the government. It will be composed of different institutions. So they will be meeting and they advise the government. So these are some of the things that when we go there, we come with those that will come and benefit our country.
Yes.
And regionally also, WTO, ITC, that's International Trade Center, WTO, and UNCTAD, the UN, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Those ones now, we've been talking with them, engaging them, how to support us on capacity building. And they're willing to help us, how to write our policy framework. So these are some of the few things that we have worked on. We just launched our website the other day for the ministry. We have done some renovations here and there. So basically, we are doing a lot with our partners.
Yes.
Engaging even the South Sudan Chamber of Commerce. We've been working closely. So I will say that there is a lot that we have been doing
Yes.
as a ministry, and with those who are supporting us, and also with other institutions to make sure that at least at the level of ministry, things change. They may not be 100%, but at least we are moving there. We have also initiated, not initiated, but of course we've been discussing with Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, also the Assembly, the National Assembly, and Ministry of Finance, because as South Sudan, it is important that we align ourselves with the regional bodies.
Extremely.
Like East African Community, yes, we are members, but there are things we have not done, that we have not domesticated as South Sudan. East African Continental Free Trade Area, we signed it, it is not ratified by South Sudan. WTO, there are some fees or arrears that are not cleared, that need to be cleared for us to be reinstated back administratively. Also, COMESA, it is still far. But what I'm trying to say in short is that it is important that we join these bodies fully, like other countries have joined, because there are some benefits like technical support other opportunities that we miss as South Sudan unless we become part of them. This is when now we can benefit.
Yes.
And we don't want to be in isolation because they always say, no man is an island.
First of all, thank you for the summary. It's quite brief and covers pretty much everything. There's only 2 areas that I want to ask about. Those are challenges that we often discuss as citizens. One, it is said that South Sudan basically imports 100% of its goods, pretty much everything. What I want to ask is that true? And if yes, how do we change that? How do we bring that number, that percentage down to 70 and then 50 and then 0% eventually? That's the first question. And then secondly, how do we diversify the economy? Those are 2 areas that I think as citizens, it is concerning and people wonder, what can we do to make those changes?
Thank you. In my view, and what I have come to know is that we import almost everything, almost 100%. And that is affecting us as a country because when we import, it means that you are spending the hard currency there to go and buy.
Correct.
Because they're not using our money. So you have to take dollars there, you go and buy those goods and bring them back. You come and sell them in our local currency, right? Again, you take. So it is affecting us. That's why you are seeing even the dollar against our currency.
Fluctuates.
Our currency is up and down, and now actually it's losing value. So, but on the other side, although we have some items or goods that we are exporting, for example, we have fish from Jonglei State, and not Jonglei State only, but I mean it is a major thing there. You find that there are some states which are producing oil, like Lulu, the shea butter,
Yes.
like lakes and others on that side. You find the Western Equatoria and even the Equatorian region in general.
Correct.
The environment is favorable. They have a lot of fruits, right? Those fruits at least we are benefiting from. But the other items, there's coffee also that South Sudan has. We have even gum arabic.
Correct.
There's so much that we have. But the ones we export, there's no value addition. So when you export it, you're not gaining much. Those countries, Uganda, DRC, and the rest of the neighboring countries, they go and repackage it. They add value to it. Some of them...
As their own.
Yeah, even us, we go and buy from them again.
Correct.
And some of them, like the case of fish, because I was a minister, I know those details.
Correct.
They used to repackage it and send it abroad, made in Congo or made in DRC. That is now their product. Where is South Sudan fishing there? No. You look at also the things I mentioned, you will take them there and they go and take them to their industries. They add value. If it is coffee, now the final stage. If it is oil, into other products, and they gain more. So that is why we say that we are importing almost
Everything.
everything. You will even say 100%. But those few things that we are exporting, we are not benefiting from them.
Correct. Is it a regulation issue, or where do you think the problem is?
I think it is because we do not have those industries. This is lacking that can process those things. And I believe policy comes in. We have very strong policies as a country,
Yes.
but we have issue of implementation. We don't actually implement most of those issues.
Yes.
If you look at a lot of our documents, you find that they were well written. But now the implementation phase,
That's where the
is
problem
where,
arises.
Yeah, we need to do more in that. So what do we need to do, at least to reduce, like you said, from that, at least to reduce that, is we've always talked, and our president has been talking, and all of us, we've been hearing, and we've been also advocating for at least agriculture. We farm, we farm, we farm.
Yes.
When we do that, we'll have enough food for ourselves, We'll even have some to export. Correct. But most importantly, we feed our industries. So industrialization, in my view, is the way to go. When we are industrialized, not only food, but even producing other things in our country, we will employ many youth, we will employ many women. We will even, what we export, now we are getting the money back into our country.
Correct.
So this is very important. And this is also joined with the fact that we need to support the small businesses. These small businesses in most countries, they are like 70% of the businesses. They are the ones now who do businesses, and they're the ones who can change our economy. So we need to support these SMEs. But most importantly, as I said, we have to industrialize. We have to produce our own things. Look like Western Equatoria, for example, they have a lot of fruits. And I'm told that they eat the fruit, some of it even rots.
Yes.
And if we had factories, like in the past, they have Anzara, it needs to be at least, we need to work on that to make sure that it is operational. Those fruits now, they could have been repackaged. You can see in other countries they're in packages.
Yes.
They can even be made into juice. But also comes in the challenge of infrastructure. They could be supplying even the whole of Juba and beyond. But the infrastructure itself is not helping them. It's difficult for them to bring those farm produce which are perishable.
Yes.
So I think we need to industrialize, focus on agriculture instead of oil, and that will help us.
Okay, we'll be right back.
In South Sudan, beads carry stories. Stories of beauty, pride, and identity. From weddings to celebrations, beads have always spoken our language of culture. At Suksukna, meaning our beads, women and girls are bringing this tradition to life again, handcrafting unique designs inspired by South Sudanese and Pan-African cultures. Each bead is more than decoration, it's empowerment. Every purchase supports a woman earning an income, a girl learning a skill, and a family building a future. Whether you want beads for sale, hire, or a custom design, Suksukna offers elegance rooted in tradition. Visit Mamarasakit Village today or contact us on 0921 792 495 or email mamarasakit@gmail.com. Let's wear our culture with pride.
Welcome back to the final segment of today's show with Honorable Atong Kuol Manyang, Minister of Trade and Industry. Honorable Minister, thank you so much for being honest and very transparent and teaching us a lot about trade and industry in the country. I think just to wrap up on the previous segment, what would be your call of action to traders?
Thank you again. What I want to tell our traders is that we understand that business is about making profit. Of course, business is also about making sure that they take care of their families, they take care of their needs.
Yes.
But at the heart of all that are the people. So whenever they go to bring goods from wherever they bring them from, since, like I said earlier, we are relying on import heavily, they have to also put into consideration the consumers. If it is alcohol, for example, they have to make sure that it is up to standard, that is fit for human consumption.
Yes.
If it is food also, if it is medicine, or any other thing that is being brought here, they have to make sure that they consider that. Because, for example, those who consume them, it can be anybody.
Correct.
Even themselves. It can be me, it can be you, it can be all of us. And all of these citizens, they entrust their lives to the government. And this is our role now to ensure that the traders are conforming to that. So this is what I want to tell the traders. I also want to tell them that there are challenges, but the government is here for them, because we really think that private sector is very important. Government or public sector cannot do more without them. even those countries that develop, it is because of private sector.
Yes.
Everybody else who is not even a trader, I will encourage, if somebody has something to start business with, let us move towards that area of trading. Things are difficult, but that is the only way we can bail ourselves out of this economic crisis that we are having. Or if I don't want to use the word crisis, because some people may take it differently, I will say the challenges that we have economically.
Yes.
So traders also have to comply with some of the rules that are set. They have to follow the procedures that are done here, whether they are from outside, I mean foreigners, or either from South Sudan. They have to always comply with what is required of them by law. So this is what I want to say to traders. And of course, our people also, they need to also pick up. We are welcoming other people to come in. We have our people that are also interested. Sometimes they have challenges of growing from where they are.
Yes.
Basically, it's because of maybe dependency. So whatever they earn, they go and use it and they don't save. So sometimes it is lack of experience, and some are catching up because this is not what we had been doing, and people now are learning, of course, from those who are ahead. But I wanted to tell those people who are having interest, there are challenges, but things will get better, whereby our government can support those traders. Those who want even to get loans from the government, hopefully this can be done, because it is important to support, especially the SMEs, those with small businesses. This is what we want to do as government. So this is what I wanted to tell the traders, to make sure that in all that they do, they put into consideration the people of South Sudan and those who are also residing here. This is what is important, more than the money that they will get.
Amazing message. Now, I know that you're also an advocate for women in general.
Yeah.
How do you think we can involve more women in the industry, just trade and industry in general?
When I came to the ministry, there is one project that I found that was running. It was being supported by International Trade Center. And in that project, they train about 1,000 women and youth in vegetable farming and trading. So that one uplifted many women and youth.
Amazing.
So when I went to Geneva, it was one of the things I was talking about earlier. I still continue talking to them that there is a need for that project to continue. It is now in Western Equatoria. They can still do more there, but also extend it to all the other states and the administrative areas. Because if we have to change in any way, it has to be all over. We have to be changing all over, not only in the center or at the center, which is Juba, but our country. Because when you talk of economy, they will not only consider the here, they will consider the whole country.
Correct.
So we are encouraging that, especially to encourage women. I know there are many women who are doing small businesses, very, very small businesses that are not benefiting them, but at least they put food on the table. When I say not benefiting them, it is because they are not growing beyond what they are getting. Probably like those who are selling fish, for example, those who are working in restaurants like tea, tailoring. There are some businesses where you find majority of women falling into.
Correct.
That category, what they earn is very little. At the same time, when they go back home, that is what they use to feed the families.
Yes.
But if it could grow,
To become a bigger
it
business.
becomes bigger. So those opportunities have been engaging the central bank, other commercial banks. We've been talking with some partners who are supporting us. There's UNDP, there's UNOPS, and among others. We've been engaging them. If there's a way, these small, medium-sized businesses can be supported so that they grow beyond where they are now. Because I feel it is through economic empowerment that their lives can be better.
Correct.
And like I said earlier, I'm lucky to be here at this time. So this is one thing that I ask myself, okay, I'm here. What can I do for them? Because they are willing to go beyond just small business, at least to grow their businesses. But there is always lack of access to finance. Yes. This is what affects them. So how do we help them to grow from these small businesses at least to bigger businesses? So those are the things that I'm working on. Of course, the issue of capacity building. Even those women who are in the business sector, they lack skills. They need to be also empowered in a way that, yes, it is one thing to earn money from businesses, but it is another thing also to save for tomorrow.
Correct.
What do they do the money? How can they be able to sustain those businesses? Because you can have them, not only that they will remain small, but they cannot be sustainable. So we are trying to look also into those opportunities where they can be given the capacity, they will be trained, and to know how to manage those businesses so that at least they continue to exist. Otherwise, they will be out of businesses. So we know challenges. Some are beyond us, but basically when we do reforms as a ministry, yes, we are doing it for our whole country, but at the end of the day, they are the majority in business, the small businesses. So it is also benefiting them. So any change we are doing at our level of South Sudan, they are the beneficiaries. So this is how I see it.
How can private sector be a part of this initiative, or how can private sector support even the ministry in such initiatives that support women and youth as well?
The private sector?
Yes.
The private sector itself is, of course, the category under which they fall under. And even among them, there are businesses, these small businesses that fall under the private sector itself. So some of the areas I have already mentioned. But of course, under the South Sudan Chamber of Commerce, this is where now we work with them directly.
Yes.
And them, they fall under now that Chamber of Commerce. So there are some of the programs we meet whenever time allows to see how we can help the women, the small businesses, because in our situation at South Sudan, we find that these businesses are dominated by foreigners.
Yes.
And I'm not against foreigners, but you find that there are some businesses we will even do as locals. For example, even farming, you find people farming along the river. These are foreigners doing them, but you could have done them. They come and sell, they get money. These are small businesses. The business of water, we see, they're the ones now supplying us. You find almost everywhere, even shops, these very small ones you find in the residential areas, you find that they're run by them.
Correct.
But it is very sad to say that yes, not only women, but even youth, which also include women in that category. But our people have this mentality of there are no jobs.
Yes.
You find them where I came from, and I'm sure it's happening here, under the trees, playing chess, playing dominoes. When you ask them, they say there's no job. Where did the job come from if it is being taken by these foreigners? So we need to create awareness, at least encourage our people, as I said earlier, to make sure that they at least do something for themselves. Business and maybe politics, but even politics itself, it needs you also to have the money on the side for you to go political. So this is what I would say, that private sector are doing their part to encourage, at least whenever they have issues, they bring them to our attention. If it is something that is to do with policy, regulation and things like that, as a ministry, we come in. But of course, private sector now are the ones now to tell us what are the things that are affecting them, starting from the big businesses to the small ones. So since they fall under that, so we deal with them directly, and we always listen to them as government and see what we need to do differently so that at least those businesses are sustained.
Correct. Now that we have come to the end of the show. What would be your message to women, to young girls, not only when it comes to trade and industry, but just aspiring politicians, women that aspire to get to high leadership positions or play a leadership role? What would be your message for those women and young girls?
What I will tell them is that for the young girls who want to join politics, I will encourage them, if this is what their hearts want, they just have to be prepared for it. And even women as well. It is not as easy as it looks.
Yes.
But sometimes, if they do not avail themselves, then it is difficult to even get into those positions. So there's a part of them, yes, that wants to be in politics. But to join politics also needs these people, the women, the young girls, to start also developing interest. For example, there are political activities, yes, that are done depending on which party one is. When you are in them and you are active, that is one way also of joining politics. So politics is not, in my view, something that I plan to be, like I said earlier, to join. But it is good, of course, to have those ambitions.
Yes.
But when one wants to join, it is good also to start now, those who are young, and already those who are at that level, to start having your career, start having your life separate to sustain yourself. Because politics, when you join and you haven't established yourself, it is difficult. Because that is why you find that it encourages corruption in a way. Because many people, the dependency that we have,
yes,
they come to you, they want to be supported, they want you, even in the house and everything else that involves money. You find that you want to help them, you want to support them, but at what expense? What do you have? So for those women, I would want to encourage them, those who want to join politics, if you have a business, develop that on the side, and it will help you, at least to do some of your things without getting into the money that belongs to the government.
yes.
For the young girls who still have time, whether they are doctors, whether they are engineers or different fields, they can have that ambition, but also let them build themselves. Not only to sustain themselves and political activities, but also politics is not permanent. So to my fellow women and girls, this is a very important thing that I have learned, that you need also to do something on the side, whether it is career before you join or a business that you do independently before maybe you join. If you are already in politics, it is good. Somebody can run it. You don't have to be part of it.
Yes.
But it is important. So politics is where everyone wants to join. Women are not many. There are challenges. Now we have the opportunity because we know the CPA time, the 25%.
Mm-hmm.
Now in this government that we are in, 35%.
Mm-hmm.
Those seats are not filled.
Yes.
There are still opportunities. There are women also out there who are educated, even to level of masters and even beyond, but they don't know how to get in. So now we are given easily, but there will come a time where we may not be talking about 35%. We will be competing like other countries. Cool. So it is good that those who have the opportunity to build themselves go to school. Even if it's part-time, if you did not finish, you continue. These young girls also, it is important that they finish their education so that they also compete with men at that time.
Yes.
It is even happening now because it gives us advantage. When you are educated and you are a woman and there are opportunities for women, then you can easily fit in. But when one is not there and you are just a woman, it is difficult to get that opportunity.
Yes.
So it increases the chances. So education is something that I would say. And to those women also, if they have daughters, they encourage them to study. Yes. Thereafter, joining politics will also be easier. I know in our communities, some of the communities especially, and also our economic situation is encouraging many parents to marry off their daughters so that at least they benefit economically. But as women, let us encourage our daughters to study,
Yes.
so that they can become the politician that they want, and even those women who are there already to build themselves, especially in education. This is something that will help them.
A message to South Sudan.
Yes, including myself.
Yes.
Things are difficult now.
Yes.
Our economy is struggling. But I want to encourage all of us to know that it is not one person who can build it. All of us have a responsibility. Whether you are a private citizen, whether you are employed in the government, or you are self-employed, we have to make sure that our contribution is important into changing how things are. Even those countries, they went through such a phase. And those people are not the ones who come and change our country. It is us to do our best. It is us to love our country. And it is us to make those differences. And this can be only through peace. It is through loving ourselves. It is through uniting, knowing that this is our country and it is us to take it to where we want it to be. So thank you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your message. We truly, and I can't wait to have you back again. It's all right. We have you on every angle.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you so much for the message. And thank you for watching.